Hello everyone and welcome back to Coffee and Crypto, and yes, another Starbucks. This time a large, by the looks of it. Didn't mean to order a large, or maybe I did. Anyway, happy Thursday, forgetting what day it is. Welcome back to another episode. Yet again, another juicy, jam-packed crypto news, mindset, everything. It's going to be another one. We're going to go off again today. The past few days have been fairly intense for the market and for coffee and crypto, it seems. So if you are watching it live, sit back, relax, grab your coffee, and of course like the video as well. It does help the channel grow as well. So yeah, like the video, grab your coffee, sit back, relax, and let's get into today's video. So first things first, what's going on with crypto? What has happened the past 12 hours in crypto? It's all kicking off, and I am not happy. No, I'm joking. Like, I mentioned it a little bit yesterday and the kind of day before, but like things are really heating up. It may just be short-lived, and it's not a sense of getting super hyped up, because short-term price action, as we always know, doesn't really faze us too much. But it's hard to not get a little bit of hype built when you see Bitcoin, for example, right now you can see on your screen, is above $30,000. Ethereum is above $1,900, and XRP is above 51 cents. So it's like, it's hard not to get that hype. However, we do not buy into hype. We remain calm. We see it for what it is. We applaud the market, but we do sit back, relax, and kind of just wait for the long term. So let's look at the top 10 prices then and see what's actually going on here. So first and foremost, Bitcoin is actually trending number one. So it's knocked Pepe off of its hotspot, which is hilarious. But anyway, it's always good to see Bitcoin trending on CoinMarketCap. Like I said, above 30,000. So last night we got, or yesterday rather, we got to about 30,800, which was in quite quick succession. Bitcoin is up. It says here it's up 20% in the past week, but I think it was more around 25, maybe more than that, in the past 7 days, which is absolutely incredible for an asset the size of Bitcoin in the midst of a bear market, in the midst of June, which is a summer period for most countries, which, based on history of crypto, summer isn't normally a great time in the market. So yeah, it is defying all odds, which is fantastic. But yeah, currently we're sitting at $30,055. Ethereum, like I said, sitting at $1,906. BNB at $250. XRP at 51 cents. Cardano at 30 cents. Dogecoin at 0.68%. Solana at $17. And then Tron at 0.07 of a cent. So everything's up, everything's kind of, even if I'm scrolling here, everything's up at least 4 or 5%, all the way down, somewhere above that, 16%. Yeah, the whole market is green, which is fantastic. We did say, let me just see, well, we can kind of see it in the chart there if you can. Like I said, almost 31k on Bitcoin yesterday, so it's, yeah, bears are not happy, and they have went very silent. We are now seeing a lot of people who kind of shied away from talking about Bitcoin are starting to speak about it again. Now, obviously, as I've been mentioning this week, a lot of this could potentially be based, or at least a bit of the FOMO has came from the ETF news that we've seen the past week. It wasn't so long ago that everything was down and we thought we were going to zero because Binance was being sued and Coinbase was being sued. Literally, what was that, 10 days ago or something? So, or maybe 2 weeks ago. So, yeah, it's funny to see the kind of turn in the market, the turn in emotions, just how quick it can happen. But again, that's why we're here every single day, because things happen quickly in crypto, things happen daily in crypto, and I need to make sure that I bring it to you each and every single day so you know what's actually going on. Now, this was what I wanted to start the video with, but I will show you it now. But I think there may be a few people with this exact, I've seen this meme so many times and I absolutely love it. But yeah, Bitcoin is up 25% in a week, and my boss says, "Why are you late?" And you reply, watch your mouth. So yeah, feel free for anyone to use this, not this meme, I mean feel like you can use this and not go to work today, or the rest of this week. Take the week off, no, I'm joking, don't. Do not take time off work just because Bitcoin is up for a few days. It does not always last, remember. Stay safe out there. We're focused on the long term. Don't do any rash decisions because we're up 25% this past week. 25% in a week is nothing, nada, zero. If you have never experienced a crypto bull run, which we are upcoming very soon, then this is nothing. This is a nice little taster for you of what to expect, how to experience the kind of the hype, the feels, the green in the markets. But if you've never experienced a true crypto bull run where you've got money invested in the market, 25% in a week is nothing. Absolutely zilch. So, yeah, trust me when I say that, it's intense. Anyway, let's move off of the memes and get into some actual news. You can see it on your screens, or if you're not watching it and you're listening, the first article does, of course, mention Ripple. So Ripple gets in principal nod for a digital asset service in Singapore. Now, I was scrolling through Twitter after this article and I've seen a few people confirm that they have got it and it's confirmed, but I don't always take what I see on Twitter as gospel. Always take it with a pinch of salt. So let's just say that it's still currently in principle. Brad Garlinghouse has tweeted out about 6 hours ago that it is in principle. So I'll wait for Brad Garlinghouse to tell me personally. I'll wait for that text from Brad to say that it is approved. Until then, it's in principle. Anyway, this is huge, obviously. Once again, Ripple just keep continuing to, I guess, defy what people think of them. I mean, they think that it's all over, XRP is trash, it's a banker's coin, whatever nonsense people speak about. They just keep continuing to get new partnerships, get new approvals, sign new staff. Like, if you're overseeing Ripple, man, and overseeing XRP, again, have a word with yourself, please. Please, please, please go into a dark room. I mentioned this a few days ago when it came to being involved in crypto, but if you don't see what Ripple are trying to do, forget XRP, right? Forget about the investment XRP. If you don't get or see the vision of what Ripple are trying to do with CBDCs, which we don't all love, we know that, but if you don't see that vision of CBDCs, cross-border payments, the bigger world of finance than what Ripple are trying to kind of bridge that gap, go outside, write this down, go outside alone, potentially in a park, somewhere quiet, with a bench. You could take a bottle of water, headphones, whatever it may be, just be alone in a place of silence. I don't know where this is going, by the way. Always are writing this down. But I'd take 5 minutes to yourself and just think about your choices. I don't know why I keep doing this. The past few days, again, I'm going to start kind of coming after Starbucks and the coffee crack that they're selling. But yeah, look, don't know where that was going, but if you're not seeing, one, the use case for crypto in general, go have a word with yourself. If you're not following and believing that Ripple are doing and can do what they believe they can and what they promise to do, go also have an additional word with yourself, because they're one of the only companies trying to do what they're doing, but successfully do it, successfully partner up, successfully sign new staff, successfully keep going throughout a bear market when they're in the midst of one of the most important lawsuits in crypto history, yet they're still just chopping away. Anyway, I'm going to try to keep moving forward and stop going off track. Anyway, so Ripple confirmed the approval from the Monetary Authority of Singapore in a June 22nd statement. The approval will allow its subsidiary Ripple Markets Asia Pacific to further scale its on-demand liquidity. The ODL, which is on-demand liquidity, helps Ripple's customers to move XRP around the world without the banks intervening as intermediaries. So again, the whole point of crypto, Ripple are at the face of it. So the firm applied for the institutional payment license under Singapore's Payment Service Act. Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse praised the Singaporean regulator for its pragmatic, innovation-first approach to cryptocurrency-related services, adding that the country will provide a prominent gateway for Ripple's business partners in the Asia-Pacific region. I don't know why I finished that at the end there. Ripple's chief legal officer, Stu, his name's Stu now, right, okay, they must know him on a first name basis, but Big Stu Alderotti also noted that Singapore's early leadership is paving the way for other regulators looking to develop clear taxonomy and licensing framework. Because I always feel like this is just a dig at the US. Because obviously Ripple, they're a US-based company. We all know I'm not going to go into it too much, but we all know the issues in the US with regulation. I love when, especially American companies, say stuff like this, because it's almost like, look, America, if you don't want us here, like if you don't want us to help bring you money and bring all this kind of future of finance, that's cool, mate. Like, I love how they're calling America mate. Yeah, that's cool, mate. Like, we will leave. We'll go to Singapore, go to China, wherever will accept us, because we are forward thinkers. We don't think from the 1920s, which is exactly what America does. And yeah, cool. We'll move on. Anyway, the Alderotti, again, what's his actual title again? I can't remember his exact title, but I think he's like the chief legal officer or something like that of Ripple. He explained that the approval expands upon Ripple's customer reach, and he's quoted here, "This, in principle, regulatory approval from the MAS will enable us to better support our forward-thinking customers looking to home in on blockchain and crypto technologies to build a more inclusive and borderless financial system." So, again, for anyone that's kind of been in crypto a few years, or you understand crypto and the whole kind of underlying asset of blockchain and moving money around the world, Ripple is kind of the main one. Anyway, I won't keep going on about it because I do sound like a broken record. But anyway, Ripple making moves, continuing to make moves. I think you should take note if you don't already. But yeah, let's move on. Now, the great accumulation of Bitcoin has begun, apparently, says Gemini's Winklevoss. So obviously the Winklevoss twins that own Gemini. So, sorry, my Wi-Fi is not great here. There we go. So recently renewed optimism for an approved Bitcoin spot exchange traded fund, also known as an ETF, is igniting the great accumulation race for Bitcoin, according to industry pundits. Over the past week, we have seen Fidelity, Invesco, Wisdom Tree, and now Valkyrie, which I will cover in just a sec, have followed investment giant BlackRock in applying for a Bitcoin spot ETF with the US SEC. So that's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different companies have applied for an ETF in the past week. There's something going on. Like, this isn't just all, like, again, I always say it, these things are timed. Everything in the news is timed with crypto. It's not just a coincidence that 2 weeks ago they were suing everything in crypto and everything was negative. 2 weeks after that, we then see 5 massive billion and trillion dollar companies, well, trillions of dollars under management, shall we say, apply for an ETF within the space of, what, like 5 days, if that? Like, look, there's something bigger brewing in the background here. Anyway, so again, you can see here, 5 days, 5 Bitcoin ETF applications in 5 days. So Cameron Winklevoss, the co-founder of the cryptocurrency exchange Gemini, stated on June 21st that he believes the great accumulation of Bitcoin has begun between institutions and retail investors. He suggested that buying Bitcoin prior to the ETFs hitting the public market is akin to that of a pre-initial public offering purchase, and suggested that the floodgates for buying Bitcoin are closing fast. I would agree. MicroStrategy also, so again, Michael Saylor, we all know him, and he also weighed in on this subject in his own post, suggesting that retail investors may soon be pushed aside by increasing institutional demand. the window to front-run institutional demand for Bitcoin is closing. So Bitcoin is currently trading at just above 30,000, we already know that. And the Crypto Fear and Greed Index has skyrocketed from 49 to 65 in the last 2 days. So we have institutions and individuals scrambling to try get their share of the 21 million Bitcoin that will ever be in existence. The retail investor for 15 years now has had a head start and has accumulated all the Bitcoin that has been mined and put into circulation, but 68% of that hasn't moved in a year. So look, it's something that we've mentioned before, and it's something that we mention in our one-to-ones and when we kind of help out and discuss with our training or with Discord, whatever it may be. Whenever we say to people about Bitcoin and crypto and in our crypto guides, whatever it may be, you need to kind of home in and remember the fact that there's only ever going to be 21 million Bitcoin. Supply and demand is a huge deal. 21 million Bitcoin isn't available right now. It's the whole point of the Bitcoin halvings, etc. I won't get into too much detail on this video, but yeah, look, supply and demand is a real thing. It really does help grow the price of assets, not just Bitcoin, just in general. Think of limited edition things, that's supply and demand, like a limited supply of a certain car, like a certain supercar or something, tends to be, there's a high demand, so it's not easy to get your hands on one. But if you really do want to buy that car, you will buy it from someone who got the allocation. Like for example, the brand new Porsche GT3 RS, super high demand, super low supply. Well, what happens with that? If you are not on Porsche's list, essentially, if you haven't bought 4 or 5 products from them, you don't already have a few RS products, you don't want to buy a few Macans or whatever it may be, it tends to be what Porsche will do. They will push you into cars that you do not want to buy, but if you show them commitment to buying these products from them, then you may get added to the allocation list for these cars. So there's a lot of processes behind limited supply products, whether that's an asset like crypto, or I suppose a brand new GT3 RS, for example, could be seen as an asset because it's supply and demand. Anyway, if you're lucky enough to get an allocation for a car like that, and someone who couldn't get an allocation for it because they refused to go through and buy all the smaller products, or they've only just started a relationship with Porsche and the brand, they'll be happy to pay overs for that. So it's very much the same. There's a low supply, a very high demand. How does that work in the market? You will pay the price for that demand. So say the car retails at 300 grand, they will probably hit the market at least 350, 360, and that will be a common price. As you see all the time with all the new release cars, especially over the past few years because of supply chain issues. Again, there we go, I've just mentioned another thing, supply chain issues in general. Think of Prime, maybe that's a better example. Everyone and their kids, anyone basically in the world were going crazy for Prime. The drink, obviously, why was that? Supply and demand. There was a low supply, it was hard to get a hold of, but there was a super high demand. Therefore, people were buying it for £10 a bottle or whatever it was. I don't even know how much it retailed for. I think it was £2 maybe. But yeah, anyway, they're still going for £3, £4, £5 a bottle, depending on where you're getting it for. So anyway, I'm trying to kind of give you different examples of a supply and demand, like how it works in the world. It doesn't just have to be with assets. It can be with products day to day, like a bottle of water, literally. Anyway, kind of went off on one again. I need to try and rein it in a little bit. But anyway, the accumulation of Bitcoin is happening. It's already been happening. You are already missing out. That's the point I'm trying to make here. You are missing out by putting off buying crypto in general, especially Bitcoin, but there will always be availability. It's just how much do you want to pay for it? That's the question. So as much as there's only 21 million, there's a way of getting your hands on Bitcoin. There's no dramas about that. But like I said, supply and demand will push the prices up. And yeah, I would rather pay for something at 30,000. Again, I mentioned this a few days ago. Would you rather buy this pen at $30,000 now, or buy it for $100,000 in 12 months' time? So yeah, I think actually in the past 2 days, this pen's already grew in price by about $2,000. So hopefully you wanted to buy it 2 days ago when it was cheaper, because yesterday's price is not today's price. I mentioned that as well. And this is a hot commodity. In fact, you know what? I don't know why I used the pen, because I literally have Bitcoin here. So if anyone wants to buy this Bitcoin, then please let me know. It's $30,000. I've got two. So yeah. Anyway, if you want to buy one of these Bitcoin, I will sell you it. These are physical Bitcoins. I know I've said before that you can't get physical Bitcoin, but you can. Here, they're right here. But yeah, anyway, I'm selling these both, $30,000 each. Drop a comment below and I can post them out to you. Anyway, let's move on to some more ETF news, shall we? Valkyrie joins the rush. So, another one has jumped on board. Or another one, as DJ Khaled would say. Imagine I said that in DJ Khaled's voice. So Valkyrie joins the rush with BTC spot ETF application to go with its futures and miners ETFs. So, again, I'll try not to spend too long on this, but I just wanted to bring you the news that another ETF has been filed by another huge company, Valkyrie, and you should probably be paying more attention. In fact, you know what? I'm going to just skip through the whole thing, because there's no point in bringing you the exact same news that I've literally just brung you. You're hopefully getting the point now. But this one was quite funny because they've used the ticker BRRR. And obviously that's like the money printer goes brrr. That's kind of where that came from. So I'm assuming that's why they've done it, because that's really... that again, to be honest, right, I'll tell you how I feel when I see this. I feel like that is quite gimmicky. I don't feel like that's a serious... I don't know. I just don't know if this will get approved, basically. Purely based on the brr. I think that's quite childish. I don't know. Maybe I'm just wise beyond my years, but I feel like having a ticker as BRRR is a little bit childish. Yes, I know it's crypto. I know it's kind of full of memes and whatnot, but if you're expecting to get an ETF approved for a spot Bitcoin of a large asset class, and you're wanting to provide your clients, your millionaire, billionaire clients with a Bitcoin ETF, and you're calling it brr, I don't know. It's just, I don't know. I don't think that's a smart move. I get why they've tried to do it, and maybe I just don't get the memes as much as other people. I know people on Twitter were blowing this up and absolutely loved the fact that they thought it was so funny that it says brr. I don't know why I keep saying brr. But I don't know. I just think it's a bit childish, personally. But look, anyway, if it gets approved, fantastic. I just don't think it will. I feel like they should have maybe done something a bit smarter. But anyway, moving swiftly on, because like I said, I don't want to spend too long on more ETF news, because it just seems to be there's that many ETFs this week. I just sound like a broken record. Anyway, last part of news before I show you a little, not a meme, but I'll show you a Twitter image that I want to kind of show you in just a sec. First things first then, Fed sees stablecoin as a form of money and wants robust role in its oversight. This is absolutely huge. Cannot believe that Jerome Powell said this. But he did. He publicly said it yesterday, so it is news, it is legit. So the US Federal Reserve, so completely different guys, but the Federal Reserve Board sees payment stablecoins as a form of money. The chairman, Jerome Powell, said during questioning at the House of Representatives Financial Services Committee's semi-annual hearing on Fed policy yesterday. So, Powell's comments came in response to a committee ranking member, Maxine Waters, who asked for his reaction to the proposed stablecoin bill, which originated with the Republicans and would be the first crypto legislation in the US if passed. Now, Waters told Powell that the bill would create 58 different licenses with federal regulatory approval, over only 2 of the licenses. Now, the remaining licenses would be issued by states, territories and other jurisdictions, which takes state preemption to a whole new level, she said. Powell then responded. Now, for anyone who doesn't know who Pebble is, he's kind of responsible for the money machine going brrr. That's kind of where the meme came from. He just started printing money all throughout the past 3 years. So that's why he's kind of well known, shall we say. Other than the fact that he's a chair of the Federal Reserve, of course, a very important kind of job role, he's also known for money printer go brrr. I sound so silly saying BRRR, but anyway, we do see payment stablecoins, he is quoted, as a form of money. And we believe that it would be appropriate to have quite a robust federal role in what happens with stablecoins going forward. Allowing a lot of private money creation at the same state level would be a mistake, he added. And by providing commentary to the draft bill, Powell took a position that runs contrary to the Securities and Exchange Commission Chair Gary Gensler, because Gensler spoke at a Senate Banking Committee hearing last year and said that stablecoins may require regulation and registration, and has continuously stated, I'm all over the place, honestly. Let me try that again. Gary Gensler spoke at a Senate Banking Committee hearing last year and said that stablecoins may require registration and regulation, and that's why I think they've got too many ands in there, and has repeatedly stated that all cryptocurrencies except Bitcoin are securities. So look, Powell kind of disagrees, I would say, with what the SEC chairman Gary Gensler has says. And it's all heating up. Let's look to see for the future of, hopefully, Gensler getting out of any type of power, because he's not all that good. He's probably in a bit of a shock. I think he is going to lose his job soon, and he's just trying to be the evil name in crypto until then. But anyway, Jerome Powell, the main news is here. Jerome Powell has said that stablecoins are a form of money. We love to see it. We love to hear it. So shout out to Jerome Powell for that. Lastly, just to finish up then on this, if it will load, here we go. So again, just to kind of come off of what Powell says, we see stablecoins as a form of money. And then this is obviously a joke, but USDC to $4, let's effing go. So obviously that's not possible. A stablecoin will not go to $4. The point of a stablecoin is it's stable to the US dollar, which is $1. But yeah, anyway, pretty funny to see. Again, funny tweet, just to kind of to come off the back of that last news article from Jerome Powell. But yeah, anyway, USDC, I'm longing it to $4. Let's go. Let's hope for the best. Don't do that, by the way. That's not financial advice. That's a silly move. Okay, cool. Let me finish up today's video there then. Has been a bit all over the place today. Apologies for that, but I guess the hype has got me a little bit this morning, and I feel like the coffee hasn't quite hit right. Maybe because it's not my usual coffee, it's a larger coffee. But anyway, we'll move forward. I have a lot to get through today, so we do have our first of many 5-day in-person training course. So the Fast Track Crypto course starts on Monday, which is super exciting, but I do have a lot still to prepare for it. So straight after Coffee and Crypto, I'm straight back in to working for the next, I don't know how many hours, but there will be a lot. And back in to speak to the members straight after this. Read some of your comments on YouTube as well, because they have been pretty good the past few days. If you are looking for any more information from us, we do obviously have a large Discord community, which yesterday did do exceptionally well with trades that we had posted. Some members are up 380% in a single trade. So look, it's all kicking off. The markets are juicy. Discord is juicy. There is places to make money in this market, and we can help you do that and learn at the same time. So look, if you fancy it, there's a link today in the description below, of course, for our Discord community. Please feel free to join and make some money and learn at the same time. So anyway, that's enough for me before I keep rambling on here. I hope you all have a great rest of your day. If you are watching this back, let me know. Where are you watching it? Are you watching it at home, in the gym, listening to it in the car? I'm always interested to hear where you are listening from and how you are consuming this content. So anyway, enough from me. I will see you all tomorrow for another episode of Coffee and Crypto. My name's Don. See you.